Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a beautiful girl named Naya. She was kind and gentle, but her life was full of sadness. After her mother passed away, her father remarried, and her stepmother and stepsister treated Naya terribly. The woman wished to have her own family without Naya, as she felt Naya was intruding. They made her do all the housework, never gave her enough food, and always called her names. One day, after a hard day of work, Naya was praying. As she did every night, she prayed for help for her life to change. But something terrible happened that night. Her stepmother instructed her to deliver a message to a friend in the next village that night. Naya had no idea it was a plot to get her out so she could be killed. Her stepsister, Akule, continually complains to her mother that she does not receive much affection and attention from their father, which she believes is because of Naya. This prompted her to make such a harsh decision toward Naya. She wanted it all for her daughter. So, as Naya was on her way to the next village, her stepmother and Akuli approached her and attacked her with the intention of killing her. Naya defended herself with all her might, but she was unable to resist both her cruel stepmother and daughter. Her stepsister, Akule, smacked her neck with a stick while she was fighting with her, and Naya passed out. Then they carried her to a deep well and threw her in, leaving her to die. But just as Naya hit the water, something magical happened. Her prayers were answered. Instead of drowning, Naya felt a warm light around her. The next thing she knew, she wasn't in the world anymore. She was on the shore of a strange, beautiful planet. The sky was purple, the grass was blue, and the earth smelled like flowers. Naya was found by a young prince named Xander, who lived on this planet. When Prince Xander saw Naya, he was amazed. She was the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. Her skin glowed like the moon, and her hair shimmered like gold. He helped her up and took her secretly to his palace, hiding her from everyone. Naya was scared but grateful. Prince Xander took care of her and taught her the ways of this world. She learned about their customs and even spoke their language. But there was something special about this planet. They knew all about Earth, the place Naya came from, and they were far ahead in time. Naya could see what was going to happen on Earth in the future. One day, Prince Xander gave her a special gift, a magical necklace. This necklace had the power to show Naya the future of anyone she met. It could also reveal things about their past and what was to come. Naya was amazed by the power of the necklace and used it carefully, knowing it could help her protect herself and others. But soon, the king of the planet, Xander's father, found out about Naya. He didn't like the fact that a girl from the earth was living on their planet. He feared she would bring danger. The king told Prince Xander to send Naya back to her world. But Xander, who had fallen deeply in love with Naya, refused to let her go. The king and the queen, along with Xander's sister, tried to convince him. "You must let her go," they said. "She belongs to Earth." Though it broke his heart, Prince Xander agreed, but not before giving Naya something else, a bracelet for the future. And what no one knew was that Naya was carrying Xander's child. She didn't even know it herself. Naya was sent back to the earth through a magical teleportation device. They gave her a backpack filled with crystals and diamonds and a rich watch that would transport her through the sea. She was scared, as she walked into the ocean. But when she reached the middle of the sea, she vanished and appeared at the river bank in her village. Some women fetching water at the river saw her and ran back to the village shouting, "Naya is back! Naya is back!" The whole village was shocked. No one had seen Naya for months, and her stepmother had lied to her father, saying Naya had run away after being rude. Her father was angry with Naya and hadn't bothered to look for her. When Naya came home, her stepmother was terrified. So is Akule. They knew they had thrown her into the well, but how was she alive? The stepmother and stepsister began spreading rumors that Naya was a witch and had survived because of magic. Naya couldn't stay in her father's house any longer. Her father, believing her stepmother's lies, told Naya to leave. She went to live with her grandmother in a nearby village. There she told her grandma everything about the other planet, Prince Xander, and the treasure she had brought back. Her grandma, wise and kind, told her to keep it all the secret, for people would never believe her. Months passed and Naya noticed something strange. Her belly was growing. Her grandmother soon realized Naya was pregnant. When Naya understood she was carrying the prince's child, she was both shocked and happy. She stayed indoors to avoid gossip. But when the baby was born, he was unlike any other. The baby boy had blue eyes, long hair, and even a bracelet on his tiny wrist. He was handsome beyond words, and his blood was blue. Yeah. The news of the mysterious child spread quickly, and soon the village council called for Naya. They believed her child was a curse. Her stepmother and stepsister were happy, thinking Naya would finally be thrown out of the village for good. But just as the council was about to make their decision, a neighbor who had seen everything the night Naya was thrown into the well stood up. With fear in her eyes and a shaky voice, she said, "I saw it all." The neighbor shouted. Her stepmother and Akule tried to kill Naya and threw her into the well. "I saw it," she said, "but I cannot understand why she is still alive and how she even returned from the river." The woman said. The local council asked Naya how true the statement from the witness was. Naya stared at her grandmother, who was nodding as a signal for her to explain everything. She went ahead and told them the entire story. But one of the elders challenged her story, saying it was all lies. Naya, tampering with her bracelet, told the elder his deepest secret. The man had been secretly sleeping with her stepmother long before she married her father, and he would lose one of his sons in a few years to come. This revelation shocked everyone present. As the truth was finally out, the council turned against the stepmother and stepsister, punishing them for their evil actions. Naya was free and safe once again. But Naya knew her future wasn't on this earth. Using the magical necklace and the bracelet her son wore, she found a way to return to Prince Xander's world. One night, she tied the bracelet and her necklace together, and in a flash of light, she and her son were teleported back to the planet where Xander was waiting for them. Prince Xander, who had never stopped loving her, welcomed Naya and their son with open arms. The king, seeing the love between them, finally allowed Naya to stay. They lived happily ever after, together on a planet where love and magic made everything possible.